Morning YouTube. Well, after a week with no wedding orders, we are back. And as usual, don't mind the children screaming in the background. They are just having some mandatory outside time. It's really interesting because right now it's sort of the end of August, like mid to end of August. We have about a week and a half before school starts up again. And normally at this time of year, I should be rolling in flowers. I shouldn't have to buy from anyone unless maybe it's like a sunflower from Monica or some dahlias from Melissa, but I've got nothing. Like, the garden is largely weeds and greenery, and I mean, there's a few things that are exciting about it, but not what it should be. And like last night, I did a little bit of harvesting, and you know, I got 3 modest buckets, but it definitely is not enough to complete the order. So I mean, thank goodness for other flower farmers who are having better seasons right now than I am, but it's still kind of frustrating. One thing that is doing really well is my Floret original zinnias. Now, don't ask me what is planted where, because you know what, with little kids and chaos, it just kind of all gets mixed up. So I'm just treating it as a general Floret patch. They're doing so good, but now I can't use them because she just announced that she's not going to have a seed sale next year. And you know, other growers have been saying that like their customers don't like them. There's lots of singles, blah, blah, blah. And yes, there are singles. But for me, I feel that like any of my customers, when they see them, are really excited about them. And I sold to 2 florists this year. They were also just blown away by those colors. And I think because I do a lot of weddings, for me, those flowers are like worth their weight in gold. So I actually, before I knew the news, I thought to myself, you know what, I'm just going to go all out, and I need like 2 40-foot rows of them. And I think if I had that, I would feel really comfortable. But she's not having a sale next year. And I mean, fair enough. So now I need to save every single seed I possibly can so I can make that a reality. So just to show you how bad things really are, here is last year's zinnias, and here are this year's zinnias going through the same row. So you can probably see why I'm a little frustrated. So despite me not having a lot of flowers to work with, thankfully the growers I work with did have quite a bit, and I was able to get the things I need. So I just wanted to show you these lilies. Look at how gorgeous these salmon lilies are. The smell is incredible. The only thing is, as you'll know from last week's video, it's so hard not to break them and have the stem be ruined. So wish me luck that we don't break any this week. So in my own garden, these beautiful lilies bloomed. Now, I feel like I didn't actually order these. I thought I ordered plain white ones, but I'm not mad about it. These are so gorgeous. So normally when I do a wedding, I have sort of an order that I separate things out, and I usually start with the bride's bouquet, then the bridesmaids, then the big pieces, and kind of like work my way down. But at this wedding, there's no bridal bouquet and there's no bridesmaids bouquets. Everything is corsages. So I'm actually starting with the things I want for corsages, which feels really strange, but I mean, I guess that's the focus. So that's where I need to make sure I have the nicest stuff. You usually see me, if you have been watching this channel for any length of time, I like carefully lay out everything and sort of have my colors. In this color scheme, it's pretty much everything, and you would be amazed at how hard it is to put together a color scheme of pretty much everything to feel like you're happy with it. I don't know, I feel like it took me an obsessively long time to get it the way I wanted it. So let's see how this turns out. It's centerpiece time. So what I discovered last year is it's just a lot more efficient to do I did 5 at a time last year, but I'm gonna be a little crazy and try doing 10 at a time, or at least maybe like doing, you know, just the greens and the filler all together, and then maybe concentrating on 2 or 3, finishing them out after that. So let's see how it goes. Hi there, Kristen from the future again. Again, I think I was so tired that I really did not stop and record some scenes or some explanation that would just make things flow together a little bit better. So actually that set of centerpieces really ended up being one of my favorite things that I made that summer. I think they turned out really well and I think the bride liked them. And then after that, I needed to make a bunch of centerpieces and a hairpiece in particular. Now, I don't get to make hairpieces very often and the bride had an allergy to metal. So in my head, when I took on this order, I was thinking, oh, I would get those plastic combs like you used to get back in the day. Like if you did, I don't know, when I did musical theater or something, I feel like I had these kind of plastic comb things that I could shove in my hair to slick them back, especially if I was doing a piece that was say like from the 50s or something, and that would kind of like go with the costume. You can't find those very easily and I could not find them. I went to lots of stores and everything that I found was metal. So thankfully the way she was doing her hair, like it didn't necessarily, the metal didn't touch her hair. So that's why I used the one that I did. It can be a little bit hard to see the color in the camera just because that main dahlia is like so dark, but the piece really did look quite pretty and I'm very happy with how it turned out. It always feels a little weird when there's not a bridal bouquet in the order, but all the same, I think this order turned out so nicely. I'd love to know what you think about it in the comments, and I'm just gonna keep on editing and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Do you want to say thanks for watching? Thanks for watching. And then you say goodbye.
Goodbye.